The Oxford Dictionary defines myth as a traditional story, especially one concerning the early history of a people or explaining some natural or social phenomenon, and typically involving supernatural beings or events. At Shadowland, we believe in healing through creation, and myth is the doorway. By creating your own personal myths to live by, you create a container that allows for the energies perceived as conflict and opposites to move from the unknown to the known. This is done through the vehicle of the story itself. If I live your story, I will never fully live my own soul's purpose. This is where your own life is inspiring to you as well as to others. Ritualistically, the myth becomes a place to go back to for the remembrance of victories in negotiating your own life's battles. The conscious depiction of the unconscious pulls in our lives, pushing us towards our unique purpose. Myth is the expression of the unseen brought into the scene. It then becomes a container for the unexpressed emotions we harbor within our unconscious. Myth creates a space where you can learn to discover how to synthesize the opposites in your life. When we contain the major transitions, pains, and traumas of our life through storytelling, it allows us to externalize our personal triumphs in a way that only through these methods allow us to be set free. We are no longer held prisoner by them, releasing you from limiting perceptions. Our creativity coaching gives you permission to visualize the greater purpose for yourself by exposing cyclical patterns, the places where shadows lie, the places that create gaps in our perceptions, distorting the authentic reflection of who you actually are. All you have to be is willing. There is no special creativity requirements. Shadowland is experienced at exposing the areas of fear-based thinking, the places that are value deprived, the places that hold you prisoner. This is not a fast food method for being, but a commitment to responsibility for both word and action. Through various forms of artistic expression, we teach how creating myth is an essential part of discovering who you are, releasing the potential that lives inside ourselves. Myth teaches us how to keep our shadows reflected behind us instead of before us, blocking our internal brilliance. Myth teaches us to accept the deterministic nature in which we were born into and using it as living material, reshaping and removing the disparity of what is inward to be what is reflected outward, allowing the divine treasure of who you are to shine through, revealing the wholeness that always was. At Shadowland, we teach how to access the parts of your inner world so that they can be brought into the light of love. That in order to perceive your wholeness, you must embrace the treasures in the darkness instead of trying to excise or repress these dark parts of ourselves. The shift in perception draws from the power of openness and allowing what is to be. Being the conduit for life's forces instead of trying to manipulate it into something that emerges as chaos. We use various methods implementing imagination, which allows myth to teach how to assimilate the energies through applicable knowledge in relation to the individual's own life experiences, which gives way to insight and understanding. Uncover your soul's pathway and live your own